Happy Thursday. How you doing? I can't take too long. I got to get back to the VTH here, and I got to stop at Dunkin' before I head up there, grab some donuts to bring for people. You have a good day yesterday? We did. Got our tree and all that shit. And while we were out, we went out to eat. So, just thinking about a few things. Heard a couple things. Raised a few more questions about how many friends Sanford has left these days. And now his new friend. This guy came out of nowhere. His new friend that owns this property. I heard his new small world global headquarters is a glorified one of those metal tin storage sheds. You know, like the ones you buy like at Home Depot and shit for your backyard. You put your lawnmower in, tin walls, tin roof, little pitch roof and doors, and you put your lawnmower and shit in there. But it's like on steroids, a little bigger one. You can fit a few cars in there, a few things. And I guess it's like a community of these. There's a few of these on a piece of property that some guy owns. This guy's his new best friend in the world. And it made me think about all his former best friends in the world. Where have all of Sanford friends gone? Remember that song, Where Have All the Flowers Gone, in the 60s? I kind of vaguely remember that song. It was a hippie song. Anyway, maybe I'll do it. Made me think about, remember I mentioned how many of his, buddies were all going to be running to a Zay now to help him move. Well, I got a truck, I got a box truck, I got a flatbed, I can grab that 4-door old piece of shit Valiant that you have, you've been a prop there for how many years. I can get that on there, get it to your new, small world global headquarters. I wonder how many of them are going to be there helping him. And it reminded me, somebody said, you know what, he doesn't really, all these guys he was all buddy with doing live streams and all this other shit. And Dallas is gone. He doesn't even do anything anymore with Big Wilbur right here. After what Sanford pulled on, it's just the one time I will defend Wilbur. After Wilbur went balls to the wall, with Dallas promoting him as making the Crown Jewel center attraction to have that big race with Sandy and this Casper the Not So Friendly Ghost, and Sanford bailed and made him look like a fool. I don't think I'd want to talk to Sanford anymore either. You know what I mean? See that, Big Wilbur? I'm sticking up for you. When you're right, you're right. Okay? And we all know what happened with that. It came out. Sanford wanted a piece of the gate. He wanted to get paid to show up. Like, match racers get paid to show up at an event to race, Ivo was one of those. Jungle Jim Lieberman. These guys were more match racers than real competitive NHRA, IHRA racers that actually went out and campaigned the season going for a championship. They might run a couple events here and there, and they really didn't win any. I think Ivo won one event. Jim won one event in IHRA, something like that. These guys were not really full-time drag racers. They put on a show. They were showmen. Ivo with his four-wheel, multi-engine burnouts, fire burnouts. Jim with his fire burnouts. Jungle Pam running around in a short skirt and big titties bouncing. They put on a spectacle, a show in the pits. It was an all-day thing. People showed up just to see them in the pits. And they'd wait till it was nighttime and it was dark. They'd do their fire burnout, make one pass. They'd pull some ringer, some local yokel that had a non-competitive car, match them up. So he looks better with two cars going down a track than just one. They used to do that up in the New England Dragway. A lot of guys would show up there. They're paid ringers, and they're paid to race. It don't matter whether they win or lose. They're not going to be there going through an elimination rounds or finals. No, they just go there and make one pass, and they're back on the trail at home. They spend the whole day there. They're signing autographs, selling T-shirts and shit, and making money while they're there. Plus, being paid a good chunk of change just to show up. Why? It's putting fannies in the seats. They're making good ticket sales. We used to have it on the radio. They don't do it. Sunday, New England Dragway, fire-breathing, nitro-breathing beast. Jungle Jim Lieberman, Tommy Ivo, and a few others. I think Gene Snow showed up one time. I was young. Gene Snow showed up one time. There were a few of them, match races, And they get paid. I guess he thinks he's in their fucking league. You know what I mean? He deserves to just get paid to show up somewhere. You know what I mean? And we know about the race that came way, way, way after, Yeah. We know how legit that race was when he beat Sandy. We know, that $5,000 really exchanged hands. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, here's the money. Okay, camera's off. Give my $5,000 back. The guy was bitching and complaining about how he couldn't afford his fucking $4,500 headers. You think he was willing to lose $5,000? Come on, give me a fucking break. Give me a fucking break. Sanford had everything to lose. Sandy had nothing to lose. He's sweeping at the fucking tree. You know, Sanford's out on him by a car before Sandy even leaves the fucking line. Even at the end, Sandy was almost up on his fucking front bumper. Come on. We know who was quicker. We all know that. That was to make Sanford look like a fucking hero. Then the car got retired, didn't it? Oh, he made one more pass after or something. Anyway. Let's get back to basics here. You know, is he still friends with Kiwi? I know he was doing yak sessions with him. Dr. Doolittle. Isn't that the guy that had an electric go-kart? Sanford was going to build one too, and they were going to drag race. Whatever happened? Are all these guys going to go and help him out? Does he even bother with them anymore? You know? You know, Sanford goes through friends like shit to a fucking goose, you know? Uses them for content, drops in on them, you know? The Kiwi used to drop in on life and this and that. And I know at Storage Rock City, there was one guy there that did woodworking. I guess he built furniture and chairs. I don't know if it was a hobby, a sideline. I don't know what the deal was, but the guy did woodworking, built furniture, chairs, tables, all kinds of shit. Sanford used to barge in on him. And you know, you can tell people's reactions to things. Whether someone's happy to see you, or they're kind of like, what the fuck? You know? Sanford be there, oh, you know, there's a guy over here. Come on, I'll show you. And he did it a few times to the guy. He walks in, the door's open. And the guy was there doing something on the table, working on something. And Sanford walks up there, and the guy looked at him like, what are you doing there? Sanford's you could see on the guy, I saw it. When I see something, I'll tell you I saw it, I watched it. You could see the look in the guy's face. He wasn't too happy. He's like, if his expression could speak, he was saying, you fucking bother me. What the fuck you doing barging in on me? You can't see I'm busy doing something? And he's asking, what about this? And you could see the guy would answer him, but very, very minimal conversation from this guy. He just kind of like wanted to get it over with and Sanford to fucking leave him the fuck alone and get out of there. You know what I mean? I wonder if Sanford's going to start doing that to all his new buddies he's going to make in Storage Shed City that he's moving into. He's going to start using them for content. Hey, what happened to his buddy, Super Ron Osborne? Remember him? The guy that went there and fixed all the rear quarter in his Charger? Sanford? Remember that? Oh, this guy's great. He does great body work. Oh, look at that. And then Sanford said he was going to get Super Ron Osborne. He was going to get all the mashed potatoes, as he called it, off the MC Hammer car that Al put all the mashed potatoes on. He was going to straighten out all that body and do it right. And then that guy was going to lay down some metal flake paint on it, give it a real 60s Eric Gasser look. You don't see that guy anymore either. What happened to him? What happened to Super Ron Osborne? You know? I know from what I understand, when he left Storage Rock City, he left that place a fucking mess. It was a pigsty. I know he fucked up a lot of shit over at this World Global headquarters. Even outside. Doing his burnouts. And there were other, I guess, trucking companies. There was a lot of other businesses there that were real good, legit businesses, you know. They weren't fucking around with junk. They were running a business, trucking, shipping, this, that. And they're pulling in there and they're seeing all fucking burnout tire tracks over the parking lot, fucking oil stains. Even had that guy go there with some car and talk the guy into doing a fucking neutral drop and blew the fucking transmission fluid all over the fucking place. I wonder if the neighbors there were. I heard that when he left Storage Rock City, they practically threw a fucking party. It was like good riddance. I think it's safe to assume they're probably doing the same thing when he finally moves his ass out of there. You know, even the back, there was a nice clean, it was a nice place. Really, nice place. Concrete pad out in the back. That's when I heard he was, and that's when someone said, hey, Brian, he really does watch your videos. And if you mention something, I guess he gets a little paranoid. And he's going to like try to prove you wrong, and he'll do little things. See, he was power washing an engine out there, some slant six. Grease all over the nice clean concrete. He made a fucking mess out of it. And you could see right there next to the edge of the doors. So there's a big pile about 3 foot high, a good 3 foot high. All fucking junk parts and shit, transmission. And you could see the front fork. You could see the front fork over here with that fucking Buell Blast. Remember the one he put a transmission on it? With the wheel against the wall doing a burnout? Doing one of his New Year's Eve live stream spectaculars. I think that's when he had my ex-boyfriend there. Cabbage Patch Kid and all their crew and all their girlfriends. Yeah, that was real time. That was funny as hell when I heard that. New Year's Eve, and he had them all sitting, and he's in a rocking chair, and all of them are sitting alongside him. All sitting there like this. So Brian, it looked like they were getting ready to play a game of musical chairs. It was fucking hysterical. And he was yakking, and then his wife's reading questions off the computer. And then to break up the excitement, put the wheel of that Buell against the fucking wall and did a burnout. Boom, boom, blew the fucking transmission. And he was going to rebuild it, bore and stroke it. Remember all that? So that thing was sitting. He was already potting it out, you know. And he said, Brian, you actually mentioned, hey, what happened to that Buell? Was you already potting that thing out too, flipping it piece by piece? And right after you said that, a few videos later, he kind of went out of his way to go to a certain part of the fucking his shop there, and you could see the fork was on the frame, but the engine wasn't in it to make it look like, you know, see, I'm working on it. He was potting the fucking thing out to flip it, you know. He made a fucking mess out of that fucking place. And then plus he was drag racing. I heard that's what him and that Dr. Doolittle. I guess he's the guy that had some electric go-kart. Remember? That was another one of Sanford's claims, come to think of it. He was going to build a fucking electric go-kart, and they were going to have a drag race. I think I haven't questioned it. They're going to race for $5,000 too, like him and Sandy, and is this guy going to let Sanford win again? So yeah, he went there with, maybe that's why Sanford likes Teslas now. That guy had a Tesla, and he raced the MC Hammer car in the fucking parking lot, heading out towards a fucking busy street with cars. They're racing towards a fucking street with city traffic, racing towards it. So really? With Sanford's junk, better hope the fucking brakes work on that thing. And there were people that lived there, right? There were houses, like you could see houses right there. I guess people have families, kids. And he's out there fucking making a racket, open headers, doing burnouts, racing towards their fucking house, towards the fucking street. They come out of their house, they hear all this noise, and they see these fucking cars coming at them. Like, what the fuck? I think it's safe to say how he left a lasting impression with his neighbors at Storage Locker City. He was leaving a lasting impression with all his neighbors at his World Global headquarters. Let's see what kind of friends he makes now at Storage Shed City. I might have to revise that song. Take me down to the Storage Locker City. It would be Take Me Down to the Storage Shed City with Sam's new friends. So anyway, we'll wait and see what happens. You know, see how long his friendship lasts with his new best friend in the world. That's letting him lease a storage shed on his property with all these other people, how well he gets along with all his new neighbors. I'm quite sure he'll find a way to use in some way. Maybe some of them are real good at what they do. They got mechanical things going on, projects or builds or a business that they're good at what they do, and he'll sucker one of them too. They go over to a shop, put out a big claim, I'm going to do this, do that, and then, hey, here's my new friend. He rents that shed over there. He's going to be doing this, and he's going to be doing that. And he's going to be a fucking hypocrite and do everything that he condemns these fucking TV reality show guys about how they just run their mouth in the act. They want all the attention on themselves. They don't turn a wrench and don't do a fucking thing. They got people doing it for them and they take all the credit at the end. Wonder if he'll end up doing that. And I'll be acting long enough. I got to get going to the VTH. So have a great day. Have fun and stay safe. See you tomorrow for Happy Friday video.